Hello everyone, thank you all for joining my presentation today. Let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Kathleen Andarista, you can call me Kathleen. I'm a student of Sukiya Pranata Catholic University Semarang, majoring in accounting department, and I'm in the first semester now. Today, I'm going to present about a journal article summary with debt contracting and conditional accounting conservatism as a title. Let me introduce the outline first. My presentation is divided into 4 major points. First, I will describe the introduction and the literature review. Second, I will explain the methodology. Third, I will explain the result and the discussion. Lastly, I will give you the conclusion of the study. My presentation will not take more than 15 minutes. I'll put all important information combined on the PowerPoint slides. Please have any question at the end of my presentation. I will introduce the overview of the journal article. The title of the journal article is Debt Contracting and Conditional Accounting Conservatism with Salami Sulaiman as the author from International Journal of Accounting Research 2017. The purpose of the study is to examine the effect of debt on conservative accounting, which is debt contract is the most important sources of conditional conservatism. Everyone knows that debt contract is among the most important sources of conditional conservatism. Conservative reporting from the agency costs as an important mechanism that resolve uncertainty in the principal agent setting. So, conservative accounting limits a manager's incentive and ability to manipulate earning, thus yielding a more efficient contract. Accounting conservatism is the differential verifiability required for the recognition of accounting gains versus losses that generate an understatement of net asset. Conservative Financial Reporting Act as a governance mechanism that reduces the manager's ability to manipulate and overstate financial performance and increases the firm's cash flows and value. Thus, conservative accounting can be used as a mechanism to motivate managers to cut losses earlier and avoid poorly performing projects. Because of the benefit of accounting conservatism to debt holders, adoption of income increasing accounting practice might be a detriment to the firms. The negative relation between debt and accounting conservatism is due to costs and associated with the violation of debt contracts. Manager tends to overstate profit as an avoidance to violate debt agreement. Increase and declared earnings serve as an assurance to debt holders on firmability that associated with the debt agreement. According to Wang Xi and Xin, who investigated the relationship between accounting conservatism and managerial ownership of debt in the form of deferred compensation and pension benefit, the managerial ownership aligns manager incentives more closely with those of debt holders and reduces their incentive to expropriate debt-holder-owned shareholders, which is in facing lower expropriation risk. Debt holders demand less accounting conservatism. They found significant evidence that CEOs have accumulated more deferred compensation and pension benefit. The results also show that debt holding by a firm's CFO and its top management team reduce accounting conservatism as well. We've looked at the introduction and the literature review. Next, move to the next part, which is methodology. This study involves a descriptive and correlational research design using panel data. The data for this study are purely secondary data derived from the annual report of sample firm obtained online. The study utilizes the multiple regression analysis in estimating the hypothesis of the study. The measurement of the study are using two methods. It's called PESO and AACF methods. Bezos' model uses stock return up as proxy for economic news, and, then the AACF model uses operating cash flow. I've told you about the methodology. Next, as the result and the discussion of the study. It can be concluded that the higher the debt, the less conditional conservative accounting practice. Debt and bondholders demand that all possible future losses with higher probability values of occurrence are incorporated into earnings than possible future losses. Therefore, the more debt holders influence firms' financial decisions, the more the accounting becomes conservative. So much for the result and the discussion. Lastly, from the study, the conclusion could be drawn as follows. The author recommends that regulatory authorities, for example, SEC, should ensure that firms have optimal level of debt to improve realization of accounting numbers. Lastly, let me re-mention the key point of today's presentation to conclude today's presentation. First, the topic center of the study is costs associated with violence of debt contract is due to the relation between debt and accounting conservatism, which the result also show that debt holding can reduce accounting conservatism as well. Second, the approaching that uses in this study is using panel data which from the annual report of firm and the measurement uses with Bezos and AACF methods. Third, the finding center of the study is when the higher the debt, the less conditional conservative accounting practice and the debt holders influence firm financial decisions. And then, the concluding sentence of this study is the firm should have optimal debt level to increase the realization of accounting numbers. If the level of debt is optimal, the accounting number will be realized. The author would suggest to have optimal debt level to realization the accounting numbers. If anyone has any question, I'd be happy to answer in the next following discussion session. And that brings us to the end. Thank you for your time and attention today.